Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your reading for the first week of the year, so happy New Year. We start off with the Two of Pentacles, the Lord of Perfected Work. You may find that you're juggling things this week, juggling not only decisions but also responsibilities. You know, very often the beginning of the year brings a change of gear. But you may also find that you're weighing up options of what do you want 2025 to look like, which is hardly surprising given that's usually where we start. There may be also a weighing up of responsibilities, particularly around things like work, material responsibilities, financial responsibilities, and ultimately what you want to do in the long term. This is a similar theme that we saw with Aries. It may very well be worth checking out that star sign too. And if you have a rising moon and sun that includes both Aries and Virgo, then these themes will be very, very pronounced. But ultimately going, well, do I want more of the same? Do I want to maintain the status quo? Do I want to carry on placing financial gain and stability and security at the forefront in my life? There is no right or wrong answer to that. That's not a trick question by any means, but it is an important question. You see the man in the card of the Two of Pentacles. He's weighing up his options. He's seeing which holds more potential. It can sometimes feel that it's a never-ending circle. We have the lemniscate, the infinity symbol that encapsulates those two pentacles. You may, for that reason, find financial, not necessarily worry, but considerations. Christmas can often be an expensive time for most of us. But moreover, those cycles, those repeating cycles of the year. You may, because of that, find that these thoughts of, oh, we're here again, is slightly, not necessarily kind of heavy, but slightly it's with a sense of, wow, it's the opposite of joy and enthusiasm, basically. I'm thinking, oh, we're here again. What growth has there been? And particularly in terms of financial stability and security, and particularly in areas of work and vocation. That's because I say a lot of that because it contrasts very, very strongly with your next card, which is the Page of Cups. We both, you can see that the water in the background almost lines up perfectly. So there definitely is a continuation. And water is the emotional realm. And again, this is something that I believe I said to Taurus about allowing, no, sorry, Sagittarius. Go and check out Sagittarius's video after this. Um, but something that I said to Sagittarius that I'm going to echo to you, Virgo, is you may find that this year indicates a shift to doing what you're supposed to be doing, in inverted commas, or what you should be doing, to what actually feels right, what actually nourishes you very much on a heart-led and an emotional level. The Page of Cups represents the world of imagination, playfulness, creativity, spontaneity. There's a reason that this fish is kind of popping out of this cup unexpectedly. And so too does the hat or the headpiece of the Page of Cups. It's very theatrical, but it cascades down almost like running water. And you can see on the tunic these lilies or these water lilies or orchids. Um, and this is all a representation of, yeah, those energies that are playful, those energies that are completely spontaneous. I often see the Page of Cups as the actor card, that person that's unafraid to in part take risk, but also in part be involved in the world of make believe. This isn't escapism. This isn't This isn't head in the clouds energy by any means, but it is a really good counterpoint to when things are perhaps feeling a little bit too worldly, when they're feeling a bit we're just worrying about finances, responsibilities, work, all the quotidian aspects of life. And of course they're necessary, but when that's all that we're involved with, life can start to feel a bit flat. Um, and we have here, and I love, love, love to see, because this happened with Leo, you've got your own card. The Hermit governs or is ruled by the sign of Virgo. So the fact that you have that in your reading is wonderful, wonderful to see. And the hermit represents really about having to go inwards in order to find the answers to particularly our long-term plans. It is about retreating from the world. Now, this isn't about being hermitic, it's not about being lonely, but it is about using this week as an opportunity to really, really ask yourself that main question you should be asking yourself for the week ahead is, what do I need? What do I need? What do I need on a spiritual level? What do I need in order to bring magic into my life, to bring this sense of wonder, to bring this sense of awe? Because if that has dissipated or disappeared from your life because of the Two of Pentacles energy, and I'm not knocking this is sometimes a really, really useful thing, that we're weighing up options, we're looking at what works best, we're having to figure out how to pay our bills, all of those things, they are worldly demands. So it's not about jettisoning your responsibilities, but there always needs to be balance. And this is very much what the Two of Pentacles represents, trying to find things in balance again. And what's really lovely to see, you see in the Hermit card, the staff that he holds is yellow, and yellow is often the color of illumination, of answers, of inspiration, of being enlightened, effectively. And that then goes so beautifully into the Page of Wands, where you see the same wand, the same staff, but the Page of Wands is looking in it with wonderment, with excitement, with enthusiasm, thinking, oh gosh, I can't wait to get started. The fact that you have these two pages next to this Hermit's a really, really great combination too, because pages link very strongly with the aces, which is new energy, new beginnings, new start, new enthusiasm, new excitement, new emotions, all of that coming through, balanced with that wisdom, that insight, that knowledge that the Hermit represents and that you do so well. This was something that I said to Leo that I'll say to you. When we have the card that governs your sign, as the Hermit is for Virgo, it means do you more. Do the things that make Virgo such a wonderful sign really, really well. And you're grounded whilst being aspirational. And I think this is the perfect approach for your year ahead, really, or certainly for the next few weeks, probably next few months. Really examine those parts of your life that you feel are just a chore and more of an obligation rather than something that you want to do. As we well know, if we do things without love, we're not really doing them at all. Or if we're doing with them without enthusiasm and excitement, then they start to get very heavy very, very quickly. And I would really want to guard you against picking up those things just because, as I said right at the beginning, you just have to do them or you're supposed to be doing them. And then that moves very, very well into the Chariot card at the end of your reading. It is about balancing opposing forces, as we see with the black and white Sphinx pulling in opposite directions and the Charioteer having to kind of really hold on. We've also got this little symbol here. It looks a bit like a spinning top, but that is the yoni and the lingam coming together in perfect unity. So this is about balancing different aspects of ourselves. We also see, you might just be able to see it, the moons on his shoulder, one smiling, one looking sad. It's the comedy and tragedy of life. Therefore, there's this big, big theme about finding balance between different aspects of your life, and particularly and most prominently around worldly demands and magic, bringing about this sense of magic and this make-believe and this sense of wonderment, but also this balance between wisdom and a groundedness and a realism with more enthusiasm and excitement and wanting to strive for something other and something greater. It's really, really lovely to see, and done well, it could really propel you forward. It could get things moving again in quite an exciting way. So that's my reading for you, Virgo. I hope you found that inspiring. Go and check out those other videos, but as well, be sure to check out your ascendant sign and your moon sign, as well as your sun sign, for a fuller reading. If you're not sure how to do that, just visit the website and look at Tarotscopes under offerings, and we'll show you how to find those out. But until next week, have a gorgeous, gorgeous start to the year, and see you then. Bye for now.